Hello everybody, welcome to this playthrough for Rookie Division for the Spring Major Tournament here in Golf Clash. The game video sponsored by Golf Clash and Playdemic. And before we start, make sure that you do hit that like button, also subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications. If you do want to get the absolute best guides on the market, you go to patreon.com/golfclashtommy and get one of our Ultimate Tournament text guides packages. You do have the info box on the right hand side. The info box is filled with information to give you the club distance adjustment, elevation adjustment, and what ball and club type I suggest you to play with. Have in mind that everything that I do suggest is just what it is. It's suggestions, and you don't have to follow what I do suggest, but there is always a plan behind it. If you have any questions, you can always comment in the comment section below, or you can send an email directly to support@golfclashtommy.com. Thank you so much, and let's go to hole number 1. For hole number 1, we're going to play in between the bushes that is in the rough. It's very important for me to say in between because you cannot play over it and obviously you can't play under it. So we're looking to use left spin here and trying to aim on the left side of the fairway. You will notice that when you play this shot that if you do aim too far to the right, you will roll very close, or in some cases, like worst cases, you will roll into the rough on the right. Maximum distance with a 10% over adjustment is what we're looking for here, and I'm using a katana to make sure that we do have the power, but also the side spin, so we can once again prevent ourselves from, you can see the roll here, it rolls from left to right, so we can prevent ourselves from going into the rough on the right hand side. Now, second shot, we're going to play either with a wedge or we're going to go for a dunk. Me personally, I'm going to go for a dunk because here we have a lot of room around on the green and also on the fairway before the green. So even if we hit the pin, we will be having no problems getting that ball to stop for a simple birdie. But for the best chance for an eagle, I believe the dunk is going to be the case. Aim at the back end of the cup. Adjust with no elevation, minimum distance numbers, and then we're going to try to hit. Perfect. Perfect, and we see the ball dropping lovely for an eagle here in hole number 1. Once again, you don't have to play the dunk if you don't feel comfortable with doing so, but playing the wedge from that position is going to be harder, in my opinion, to get that ball to drop for an eagle. Hole number 2, and we are going to play with the backbone and a katana ball. And the reason we play with katana is to prevent us from going in between clubs here with our backbone. 1 bar of topspin, and I'm also aiming left side of the cup. The adjustment that I'm using here and now is going to be medium distance plus 10, but I would like to change that to maximum distance plus 10 as written in the info box. So we do adjust in the video, medium distance plus 10. Once again, I would like to add just a little bit more, as it would be approximately 0.3 to half a ring extra to go from medium to maximum distance. Perfect ball, and you will notice that the ball is going to come in fairly hot here with that 1 bar topspin, but I rather want that ball to come in a little bit hot than a little bit short, in my opinion, so we give that ball a chance to drop. A little miss to the right means that we do need to have a little bit more adjustment for this shot. In the end, hole number 2 with a bad ball guideline, which we will have if we do not have the Grizzly level 7 plus or the B52 level 7 plus, then this shot will become tougher than what it would be with those clubs. Hole number 3 isn't as easy as it looks, because we do need to push our drive here pretty hard to get us up into a spot that we would like to be in. Now we do have a crosswind right to left. We use 4.5 bar topspin, 2 bar side spin to the left. We adjust for maximum distance plus 10. And once that is adjusted, we shall go full overpower and half a ball of curl to the left. Bouncing on the fairway, getting over the rough and the bunker, and we put ourselves into a nice position for a sniper from minimum distance. So, second shot, we are playing with the sniper. We are very close to minimum distance line here, and that is something that we do need to have in mind. This shot is a tricky one. It looks extremely easy to get close, but it isn't that easy due to the uphill adjustment. So, we're gonna play a rough bump, and the reason we're gonna play a rough bump is because we do not have backspin enough to go for the first bounce on Fireway, and also that a rough bump offers a better opportunity to get ourselves close and maybe to drop it for an albatross from time to time. Now in the video I'm not using any elevation whatsoever. I would recommend to go minus 10% elevation here due to the slight uphill approach, and you will notice that even though we didn't adjust much, the ball is still going to miss as it would be over adjusted with approximately like half a ring or something like that, and that is the same what it would be in terms of adjust if we would be playing minus 10% elevation instead of no elevation. So tricky shot here on hole number 3, but it definitely gives us a pretty decent opportunity by going with a rough bump. For hole number 4, we are going to play with the sniper level 7, and I'm going to start by adding spin. 3.1 bar of backspin. And now our only focus here shall be on the ball guideline, meaning that we put the ball guideline just before the cup. That is very important. With the adjustment, we are going to make it very simple. I know it says medium distance plus 10 in the info box, and that is power 3 ball numbers, but again, to simplify this adjustment, we are going to play it 1 to 1. So, whatever the wind is showing you in terms of strength, we are going to use that as the amount of rings to adjust. So, 2.6 miles per hour gives us 2.6 rings, and this one comes in as an absolute beauty. Right that pin for an hole in one here on hole number 4. For hole number 5, we do want to play with the big topper if possible, and it doesn't have to be a level 4 big topper, it can be as low as level 1. It's because we do want to have all the topspin possible for this shot. Now, in the video, you will see me first aiming at the right side here. This is not the way that we're going to play, but I wanted to explore at least the idea of by going with the ball guideline to look on the right hand side, but I do feel that offers some unnecessary risk in my opinion, so that's why I decided to just go straight forward using all the topspin that I do have, and my goal here is to put myself in a spot when the ball has stopped rolling to have a short iron towards the pin. Maximum distance with a 10% over adjustment is what I'm using, and you can see here we easily clear the rough and we roll down nicely on the fairway. Second shot is going to be played with a short iron here, and we will be very close to maximum distance of our club. And that is honestly my goal here, because I do not have a long iron with a good ball guideline, and I do not have a short iron with a good ball guideline either. But if I'm going to have to choose, then it's going to be the short iron if so. So I'm using a little bit of left spin to put myself in a spot where I do feel that I do have a consistent first bounce. And as I do not once again have a good ball guideline, I'm going to have to make an educated guess on how the ball will act after the first bounce. Adjustment is maximum distance with a 20% over adjustment, and obviously it will help if you do hit perfect. You will see here that the first bounce is where we aimed, and then it gets down towards the pin, and we have a very good speed, but take on very that it took a turn around the hole, which was obviously very unfortunate. But hole number 5 offers a good opportunity, but you need to be focused for every shot that you do play, otherwise you will find yourself like I did with a birdie. Hole number 6 will be a very tough one to drop. There is an opportunity, but honestly, it's not going to be that easy to get it to drop more than once or twice. But we're gonna give it a go. Maximum distance with a 10% over adjustment, 4.5 bar topspin, and 2 bars of sidespin to the right. I'm using a method called no movement. It means that I shall not touch my target until it's time to adjust the rings. Second shot is going to be played with a 40% over adjustment, and now there is a very great value in having a good ball guideline, and that we will do have with the sniper level 7. But those of you playing with the sniper level 6 or below will have to just guess where the ball guideline is going to be. Now with the level 7, I can actually aim for the pin and have a much better chance in that way. Add spin, so you have the ball guideline to go just through the hole, and now we will apply an adjustment that will be maximum distance with a 40% over adjustment. And you can see why, because look how downhill this shot is going to be. And when we play downhill in Golf Clash, we do need to add to our adjustment, otherwise we will fall short in this case. And if we would be having a tailwind, we would be going long, because the ball will be affected more by the wind. Right that pin for a beautiful albatross, but as I said in the beginning, I don't expect this to be every single time. But if I can give myself a chance by playing it smart and having, you know, again, having a decent club for the second shot, then I'm at least not going to feel that I'm lost for the second shot. Hole number 7, which is going to be the final of the par 3s here, I'm going to play a rough bump. Why? It's because it offers the absolute best chance for an hole-in-one. And sometimes we do need to play a little bit more aggressive than normal when we do play from front tee as well. 3.2 bars of backspin. You can see that I'm using the inner ring, which is called the green ring, by the top, or like by the edge of the rough. Now, I use medium distance with a 5% over adjustment, which gives us a total of 3.2 rings. We do adjust, and now it's very important to have the ball centered. We do not want to have any accidental overpower, because that could create a situation where we might miss the rough, if we do have that. But if we do hit perfect and we do make the adjustment correct, we will see this one drop for many hole-in-ones, and that's why this will be my suggestion for hole number 7. Hole number 8 has a very weird camera view, so you're going to have to zoom out a lot, otherwise it's just going to look extremely zoomed in. It's going to be tough to see. The way that I'm going to play this one is that I'm going to use 4.5 bar topspin and also as much side spin to the left possible. Now, look to where I'm trying to aim. I'm stretching out my target to find the first bounce on the fairway. Then I'm looking to have the second bounce on the fairway as well, to then bounce over the rough. It sounds tough, but it's not that tough, I must say. So we do adjust max plus 10. We then push up to absolute very max, and then we will apply half a ball of curl to the left. The plan here now, once again, is to have the first bounce on the fairway, as we will be able to see here. It comes there, second bounce on the fairway, over the rough, and sits there nicely on the fairway. Now we are also very close to the green, and this is going to be a very good chance, not tough chance, but good chance, making an eagle here from distance. First, look where we are at. We are very close to minimum distance of our club. And the way that I'm going to play this one is that I will be using the fairway above the rough, trying to use around 3 to 4 bars of backspin, looking to get the ball guideline to show that it goes towards the pin. Even with a low level short iron, the ball guideline is going to be something that you can follow, which is pretty weird because it's not usually like that when we play on the fairway with a bad ball guideline. Adjustment here, I play in between minimum and medium distance of my club. And once that is done, I will pull back 1 ring towards the tee. And the reason I pull back 1 ring is due to that we do adjust from a lower to a higher point. And as the game works, then we will have more distance on our shot. So when you adjust from a lower to a higher point, the ball will fly longer. If you adjust from a higher to a lower point, then the ball will fly shorter. And that is something that is very important to have in mind, and also what made us drop that shot for a lovely eagle here on hole number 8. So, you know, kind of tricky drive, but still manageable, and then the second shot is going to be a very good chance for a drop. Hole number 9, and now we're going to play with the driver that gives us the most power possible. And you will see me playing with a power 3 ball here called a Titan, and the reason we do that is to prevent us from having to go with that much overpower. You can obviously play with a power 2 or a power 1 ball, but again, you need to add more overpower than what you would have to do with a power 3 ball. Maximum distance with a 10% over adjustment. Once that is done, you push up to max and we apply 2 rings of overpower, which is what you see on the screen. The ball now is going to bounce on the fairway, and we're going to try to get this ball as far down the fairway possible. The further up we are getting, the better line we will be having towards the pin. But now, when we get to 410, we know it's going to be somewhat around minimum to medium distance of our club when it comes to the sniper. And what I will do here now is that I will be using 4 bars of backspin. I'm going to move up here now to be more towards medium distance of my club and leave the ball guideline short of pin. So, obviously, if we would be hitting a bad great left on the drive, we would be in a tough spot, as we would most likely be in between clubs. So make sure that you are careful with the drive so you do not, by doing a bad drive, taking away the opportunity for the second shot. So now I will be playing 10% over adjustment medium distance from this spot, which is going to be 2.9 rings. So 2.9 miles per hour equals 2.9 rings from this spot. And obviously the final piece to the puzzle is to hit perfect. Bounces nicely on the fairway. We love how the camera angle when it turns around like that, right at pin for a beautiful albatross here on hole number 9. And I do consider hole number 9 to be a bit better opportunity than hole number 6. But honestly, if I do get an albatross on hole number 9, I'm going to be super pleased, as I still consider that to be a bonus. Thank you so much everybody for watching this playthrough for Rookie Division with various wins for the Spring Major Tournament in Golf Clash the game. Video sponsored by Golf Clash and Playdemic. Make sure you get the ultimate tournament guides for Pro, Expert or Master by going to patreon.com/golfclash. Tommy, link directly in the description down below. Once again, thank you for watching and good luck in your Golf Clash game.